Thought of getting off halfway through the ride never crosses our minds, but it does to many others. Skydivers say it's an extreme high that can't be equaled. I wanted to find out, so we sent Jim Baskell.
Is this as extreme as it gets?
This is as extreme as it's going to get. You're never going to do anything else any more extreme than this.
Fear is a good thing. Fear is a good thing.
Unless you do it, you can't explain it to anybody, and you can't explain to anybody why you like it.
It is a sport many would be terrified to even consider, but one they can't wait to do again once they're done.
I've had people, that were very scared, land and ask me what the gear costs on the way back.
How do you like it, Johnny? Amazing! Skydiving presents the ultimate adrenaline rush, one that more and more people are experiencing. The sport's popularity has been heightened by not only the sight of the X Games, but by movies like Drop Zone and Point Break. You can beat
If you just relax and trust me, I know what I'm doing.
New Orleanians can feel that rush by jumping with Phil Baxter. He runs Skydive New Orleans in Jeanerette and Moss Point, Mississippi. And soon enough, we'll have him flying in Hammond. He has people ranging in ages of 18 to a 74-year-old New Orleanian that have tried it, which means I'm a wimp if I don't.
After we get to 10,000 feet, 1 minute before exit, I'm going to start hooking you up.
You got a backup parachute?
We got two backup parachutes. We got one parachute, a main, and a backup reserve. And sit down with your hands on your knees. You can put your hands here, that's not the way to do it. But if you want to do a flip, I like your hands on your knees. If you're relaxed when you go out the airplane, if you're not worried about anything, then I want you to arch, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's a proper body position. Right. And you'll bring us out of the flip.
We go out like that.
That's it.
And how do we flip up this way? When we get out, our body's going to turn up? This is your ripcord. This thing better work.
A little positive pressure on both your feet.
We're not in the air yet.
Are you ready to go skydiving?
I'm ready. Might as well do it now before I back out of this thing.
Even the pilot puts on a suit.
We're raring to go. We are 1,500 feet in the air right now. We're going to be at 10,000 feet before we depart.
First time you did it, what was the feeling like? Do you recall?
I was petrified, extremely petrified. I can remember to this day, I was scared to death.
No fear. No fear. I'm scared. Once you step foot out of the plane, there's no going back. They won't let you back because it's too dangerous. Somehow, though, leaving seemed even worse. No, no!
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
We have a lot of fun with the ones like you, the students, because they'll come back after jumping, and the adrenaline will be going so fast that they'll be shaking like this.
3, 2, 1. Whoa! When you land, have you ever felt anything like that before in your life?
Well, no.
Your pulse is going.
The sport isn't as expensive as one might think. It starts with a tandem jump followed by 5 to 6 static jumps before you have graduated to jump on your own for as little as $50 for 3 skybound leaps. The tandem of Charlie and Phil takes most of that pre-jump fear away.
I like flying the skydivers because, the people are all exciting. Young people, old people, they all active, real active, and they're just active people. Fun people to be around.
What do you think? You want to go up again?
I would tell somebody on the fence to come out here and watch them. That's all they would have to do is watch them land one time, and that would be it. If they're on the fence, they'll jump. They'd have to be definitely on the other side of the fence not to jump after they see them land out here. I mean, it's just like stepping off bottom step at your house. You know that. Was I not right?
Doing this sport right now is safer than going out to have a drink on Bourbon Street.
Jim Baswell for 4th Down on 4.
Most of us would jump at the chance to turn the sport we love into business. Some young New Orleanians have, taking skateboarding to a new level and giving the city an opportunity to ride along with them.
Skateboarding, it's an old sport. It probably started in the early 70s because of surfing. It's direct descendant of surfing. It takes a couple years to even know all the tricks. There's a few names. There's like old school names and new school names.
Ollie is like jumping and having the board like come up at the same time with your feet.
You can grind, Smith grind, nose grind, pivot grind, wheelie grind. You can slide front side, back side, tail slide, nose slide, crooked grind. If you do one trick and you do a difficult trick or a really varied looking trick, a trick that isn't really basic, there could be 2, 3 names to it. We've been skating for so long. After you skate for so long, it's just like, what's the next step? You know, how can you just basically make a living doing this thing that you love?
I have a little piece of California here. You know, I'm the first person to do this. Me and Chris thinking about it since the 70s. Keeps you motivated. Every time you do a trick, it's a sense of achievement. You know, that keeps you driving.
I'll probably skate until I can't skate anymore. It's one of those things. You can't just say, hey, I'm gonna quit tomorrow, I'm gonna quit in a year. I mean, if my health is good and I can still stand up and roll around, I'm gonna be on my wheels.
We don't have cold weather or a rink, but hockey is coming to New Orleans. Hockey on wheels is already here and growing rapidly. Stay with us and find out why some young